Welcome back to the program. My guest is joining me right now from Lagos virtually, Peter Alfred-Adekeye, who is the founder and chief executive officer of Boom Market. Hello, Peter, and thanks for joining us.
Hi, Nancy. Thank you for having me.
Hi, that should be a boom hi. Boom, boom, boom. like, like I said earlier, what actually is Boom? Peter, what are you up to? Really, when I was reading what was sent to me and I saw e-commerce, Boom, e-commerce without banking, I was like, come on, guys, what are you up to? I have an idea of what you're up to do, and it seems like a smart idea, but tell me what exactly Boom is about.
Fantastic. Once again, thank you so much, Nancy, for having me today. And I hope you can hear me very clearly. Boom, essentially, according to the World Bank, 1.7 billion adults don't have a bank account. That's 1 billion women and 700 million men in emerging markets like in Nigeria, in Mexico, Southeast Asia, Latin America, and so on and so forth. And, these people are called the unbanked. They've never, ever shopped on the internet before. They've been excluded from the global, digital financial economy. And, growing up in Lagos as a kid, when I was a teenager traveling to London, I remember friends and family members giving me Naira to go and shop for them in London with lists of things to buy and so on and so forth. And apparently that issue exists today in several countries. And that's why, in the last 12 years, I've been thinking of how to solve the problem with technology. And what I've invented essentially is Boom, which is an open e-commerce marketplace ecosystem that allows anybody and everybody to buy and sell and get paid for everything online without a bank account. And it comes with an integrated cryptocurrency wallet, which people can top up with, cash, with, via their booking networks around Nigeria, for instance, and then, go online through the app, shop, and get their products delivered to them wherever they may be in Nigeria or anywhere else in the world. So it's a pretty groundbreaking tool.
That was why I said earlier that I understand what you're doing, which seems very smart because there are a lot more unbanked people, that perhaps we have the banked people because of access to financial services. How will that really work? I would like to know. Because at least you must have like a KYC model and all of that. What are you going to use for your KYC? What is the data, for example?
Absolutely. So essentially, when you sign up on Boom, it's an iOS and Android app, and it's also going to exist on the website. When you sign up on Boom with your phone, the first thing you do is you KYC yourself. So you take a selfie with your national ID card or your passport. And once that KYC, step is completed and verified by the Boom team, you can now create your merchant profile, or you can essentially, your wallet gets activated and your account is activated and you can start shopping. And from that perspective, we've essentially built Boom to be completely compliant with all the regulation for KYC and AML so that, we avoid, there'll be no spam on Boom, there's no scam on Boom, there's no abuse online, all the issues we see today that exist with Web2 applications where users are not verified. Anyone can create an app or create an account on all the social, commerce tools out there today on the internet because there's no KYC. Obviously, all sorts of bad things happen in those places. But on Boom, we've taken all the best practices that exist today that ensures that we're fully compliant with all the regulations. And in fact, in the future, users will be able to actually even swap their Central Bank of Nigeria, digital currency, the e-Naira, also into the token of the Boom, platform to use to buy and sell and trade within the ecosystem.
Okay, speak to me about the launch. It's happening tomorrow, isn't it? Is it only Nigeria that is launching? And who really are your targeted? I know your targeted customers will be perhaps those that are unbanked, as you say, but those
Yes.
that are unbanked, for example, are found in rural areas in Nigeria, for example. They may not even be watching television now. How do you intend to get to those places? They are not technologically savvy and all of that.
That's a good point. So we launch tomorrow officially. The first worldwide launch occurs in Lagos in Nigeria tomorrow, because obviously Nigeria is the most populous, African nation. and Lagos is the most dynamic commercial city in the world, in my opinion. So we launch at the Federal Palace Hotel tomorrow in Victoria Island, and the goal is essentially to start to onboard, the merchant network and the consumer network, because the other key thing that I didn't mention is that all transactions on Boom incur zero fees. We don't charge a penny in fees. We don't track users. There are no ads. There's essentially, it's the most ethical platform you can imagine, and the security system that we've built into the application is unprecedented, because my background is cyber defense, and along with my team, we've integrated the best practices and the most robust bank grade security features into the application to ensure that the marketplace is fully secure. The crypto wallet is highly secure because it's tethered and blocked, tethered to the blockchain in the back end. And the messaging tool, so it consists of the marketplace application, the wallet, and also a messaging, a very, very secure messaging, app feature within that allows consumers and merchants to communicate with each other, via text, video, and audio. And the very powerful thing is that your phone, once you activate your phone, like you said, in the rural areas, a lot of all the women and men in rural areas, they have their phones, they have connectivity. So essentially they can download the app and use it, and everybody can be a merchant finally, without having to worry about having an e-commerce website, without having to worry about having a bank account. You can get paid for your goods and services, whether you're in a village in the north or south or east or west of Nigeria or around the world for that matter. Everybody can now get connected to the global digital economy rather than being excluded financially. And that's one of the things that we're hoping to essentially address.
Okay, I also understand that the Boom marketplace is like you have the Boom wallet for payments and Boom messaging for communication. Can you explain that? I don't know if I heard any of that in your explanations earlier.
Exactly. So what Boom is essentially, we don't buy or sell anything. We're
Okay.
just the platform. We're the ecosystem. So we've created this platform to enable everybody, to come and become a merchant, everybody to come and, buy and sell everything they need, without having to go through bank accounts and so on and so forth. So the core piece of the application is the marketplace, where everybody can activate their merchant account once to sign up. That's the first thing. And then, you want to see something you want to buy, you see this watch, this laptop, this iPhone, whatever it is you want to buy, you activate your Boom wallet, you go to an Aboki, you top up, and give them the cash, they top up your wallet instantly. The Aboki is also KYC'd. And then you have the Boom messaging, feature that allows you to communicate with merchants and consumers and friends and family securely around the world. So within the platform, you have the marketplace, you have the wallet for payments, and you have the messaging for communicating, between friends and family. And in that sense, it's a complete ecosystem. So we encourage merchants to come on board and use the platform to reach out to the unbanked and essentially support the global movement that we're, spearheading by ensuring financial inclusion for everybody. Because once that woman in that village is connected online, she can now showcase her goods and services, and who knows, it will help to increase her plight in life and which will reflect on her family and friends. So that's what we're looking to do.
Okay, so Peter, in essence, I'm trying to get you because there was a time I lost what you said. So I don't know if, are you saying that the data needed is really that of phone number and not a bank account? So if you have a phone number, you can be on Zoom, on Boom rather.
Yes, all you need is a phone to activate your account on Boom.
Okay.
Everything else, so you turn on your phone, you download the app from the App Store, and essentially you sign up, KYC yourself, and your wallet is activated, your merchant account is activated, and essentially you can start messaging and trading through the application. And all at zero fees, no fees whatsoever for all transactions.
I was coming to that. I was coming to that because the banks might not just like this idea now, but we are in the fourth industrial revolution. So I won't be surprised when I'm seeing such innovations and all of that. And who knows what will happen in the next 5, 10 years, So you're saying no fees at all, no hidden fees? Because there's always no fees, but there'll be hidden fees somehow.
No fees whatsoever for all transactions, for all money transfers, for all payments. There are no listing fees for merchants. Today, if you pay with a credit card, you lose money from the exchange rates. You lose money. Merchants lose money from Visa, Mastercard, fees and so on and so forth. And on Boom, there's zero fees for all transactions.
So how
And
do you make your
for the
money?
banks, we
Yeah.
actually encourage them to also come onto Boom and offer their financial services, because we are not a bank. We're just a platform. So we're encouraging the banks to come onto the platform and offer their financial services, their credit facilities, and so on and so forth to consumers. These consumers that they've never been able to target before, that's never been part of their support structure or their ecosystem, they can now reach them through the Boom application and provide services for them, because they're licensed and regulated to do those services.
So how do you make money, Peter?
Very good one. So
Because
how we make
behind
money is very
every
simple.
business is
It's the
profits.
most
Yes.
ethical, the coolest part of the whole project is the fact that, so we created a token, like a digital token for payments, and this token has a limited supply of 2 billion. We cannot make any more than that. And our thinking is that that token is a medium of exchange of the Boom, ecosystem. It's the tool, the thing that transmits value between merchant and consumers, and so on and so forth. So essentially, because value is defined as demand over supply. Since supply is a constant K, it never grows. Value should rise with increasing demand. So as more and more people use the ecosystem, the value of the token will rise. And we just, so a bunch of the token goes into the ecosystem to provide liquidity for the marketplace and for people. And, the team members, just like stock options, we all have a piece of some of those tokens. And, we enjoy the upside of that. And that's how we continue to essentially fix bugs in the system, maintain the infrastructure, expand the data centers, and ensure that the platform is active and scalable and reliable and secure.
Okay. The safety really, because if I want to do my KYC online, I should be assured of the security of the system, how secured and safe, because now we know we're living really in a global world. Any information that I put on there, it's like almost the whole world can see it. And we also have privacy issues. Some apps you can go on, they will play ads and all of that. They can even sell your data to third parties. We've seen what's happening, at least even in the United States. The Congress have been accusing Facebook or Metaverse with privacy issues and all of that. So how is that, dealt with Boom?
That's a very great question, Nancy. So like I said earlier, my background is in cyber defense, and one of the key things I'm very passionate about is privacy of user data. And that's why, we've implemented the most robust encryption systems in the world. We had some of the smartest people in the world advise us on managing encryption keys and so on and so forth. And essentially every data, we don't store the data of users. Once you take the selfie, you send it over through the application. Everything is encrypted, end to end, and essentially decrypted on your phone and on the other end. And once the account is verified, it's deleted in our systems. And that's essentially it. For the temporary storage of data, we store everything on our own data centers, in our own servers within the European Union, which has the strongest privacy rules and regulations in the world. So we don't store anything on third-party applications anywhere else in the world. And once KYC is completed, by regulation, we essentially delete the data and activate the account. So no human being can read your data as you transmit back and forth, in between the app and the systems. So it's very, very secure from that perspective.
Okay, Peter, as we go, I would like to know those that are part of your team. I know you as the founder and the CEO of Boom. Can I know the rest of the people that you're working with? Are we really in safe hands? Because we've seen a whole lot of
very safe hands. So we
we've seen a lot of
we have a
people come
number
up with ideas, and at the end of the day, after 3-6 months, they go into thin air and all of that.
Absolutely. So I'm Peter, born and raised in Lagos, and we have a team in Paris. Our CTO, our Chief Technology Officer, is Marco Lori. He's half French, half Beninois from Cotonou. We have advisors in Nigeria, advisory board members. Ladishe Ode, who is a renowned attorney in Lagos. We have Elvina Ibru, who is a renowned, is very popular Nollywood superstar. She's one of our advisory board members, and we have a number of very senior people with background in finance and banking in as our vice chairman, and we're expanding the team as we speak. But the team is very international. Jepsy, Chief Marketing Officer, she's from Venezuela, another emerging market where they have similar constraints with regards to unbanked people and so on and so forth. And she's actually in Lagos as we speak right now, and so on and so forth. Our head of iOS development, for instance, is Blaze. He was born and raised in Senegal. So essentially, the team comprises of a mix of people from different from different origins, but people that can understand, that feel the pain that we're addressing, and are actively doing things to ensure that we're very successful in this.
Thank you very much, Peter. I wish you guys well, and the launch happens tomorrow. Of course, AIT will be there to cover. So I wish you well, and perhaps toasting like a glass of champagne to you. This is your first interview, I was told, for the Boom Marketplace here in Nigeria. So thank you very
much, Nancy.
So you've got
to
keep my bottle
of
champagne.
And we're grateful for AIT for their support. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right. I've been speaking with Peter Alfred-Adekeye, who is the founder and chief executive officer of Boom. It will be launched tomorrow, and you've heard it from him. What more can I say? All right. At this